Hi, I'm Carl Tannenbaum, Chief Economist for Northern Trust. Here, in rapid-fire fashion, are thoughts on the economic questions that clients are asking us more often. First, is inflation back under control? Well, prices aren't soaring anymore, but they're still going up too quickly for comfort. Overall measures of inflation have improved on the back of falling energy prices. But core measures, which exclude prices of food and energy because they tend to be volatile, have not descended as quickly as many had anticipated. In particular, increases in the costs of shelter and many services have moderated only slightly from their peaks. We've seen some encouraging signs recently, but the price level has been persistently underestimated for more than 2 years. There is still a lot of ground to cover before inflation returns to targeted levels. Secondly, what do you expect from central banks? In many countries, short-term interest rates are on the rise again after a brief pause. The drainage of excess reserves continues in the background. We expect additional tightening from the Fed, the Bank of England, and the European Central Bank through the end of summer. The decisions, though, are getting more difficult. Some worry that the cumulative increase in interest rates will cause financial instability or recession. Others worry that inflation could prove more resistant and embed itself more deeply into expectations. One thing that I do not expect is compromise on inflation targets. Central banks view their commitments to 2% as critical to their credibility and won't give that away cheaply. Third, is there a recession coming? Well, someday, but we don't think in the short term. We chose not to follow the tide of forecasters calling for a downturn last year. Some of them have recently pulled back their pessimism. The persistent strength of labor markets, which are producing real wage gains, has sustained expansion. That said, growth may struggle to sustain its recent momentum. Monetary and fiscal policy are headwinds now, and excess saving accumulated during the pandemic has diminished. The United Kingdom looks more vulnerable than other economies, with rising wages and prices creating problems for policymakers. And lastly, what keeps you awake at night? A few things are high on our watch list. China's post-pandemic reopening lost steam quickly, leaving the world's second-largest economy needing a boost. The conflict in Ukraine continues to generate humanitarian and economic costs, and we're watching the office real estate market very closely. And that's the view from here.